Hey guys, I'm Michael. I'm a full-time reseller on eBay. Today I just want to show you guys a what sold video for the past 24 hours. I mailed out orders yesterday morning around probably about 10 o'clock. So these orders are from 10 o'clock yesterday until 12:30 today. Hopefully you guys see some stuff today that you didn't realize was good to pick up, or things that you just have never seen before. So here we go. And some of my inventory is around here, so I'll be back and forth. Alright, so first item is going to be an Ariat fire resistant shirt. This sold for $23.37. Had a really cool American flag on the back of it. Everything that we sell sells for the sale price plus shipping. So every single order, none of them are going to be free shipping. It'll be the sale price you see plus the shipping. Next item is a Travis Matthew polo. This is just a basic Travis Matthew polo with a few stripes running down the middle of the chest. We're in the middle of winter right now. Christmas was yesterday, so the polos aren't doing as well, but that one sold for $25 plus shipping. That's more on the high side of what we're getting right now for Travis Matthew polos. As you can see, the next item is also a Travis Matthew polo. This one sold for a little bit less, but still for a decent amount. So yeah, this one's just a gray and navy one. This one sold for $18.69. It's just top half is navy, bottom half is gray. So a little bit less than the other one, but again, it's the middle of winter. I'm still not upset about selling Travis Matthew polos for around $18.88 to $22. The next item is a 511 polo. 511, I don't really pick up on anymore. It just depends on what it is. Most of the button downs and their polos have gone down substantially in value from a year ago. So this one sold for $17.94 plus shipping. Just a normal sand or tan colored polo. Yeah, most of their stuff has gone down in value quite a bit, so it's got to be pretty cheap nowadays to just pick it up and it be worth it. Next we have someone who bought 2 cinch shirts. They're just normal long sleeve button down shirts. 4, 3, 6, 8. So this person bought number 1. It's a yellow plaid long sleeve cinch shirt, both sides 2XL. Second one is a little bit more of like a greenish yellow. On our store, we have a deal where if the person adds both the items to their cart, they can get 10% off the listed price of both items, and it automatically combines the shipping for them before they pay. So this person did do that, and they paid $41.68 for both the shirts, and then plus whatever the shipping is combined. It says here that was $12.80, so $41.68 plus $12.80 for ship. So it's just like a bonus for the buyers if they do buy multiple items. The more they buy, the more heavy the discount is. This next item is actually inside the house, and it's in my closet. It's a belt, so I can't go grab it. It's a belt. The brand is called Pinto Ranch. The belt sold for $75. This is a new brand to me. It just looked like the leather on it was like that Lucchese boot cherry red leather, so I thought I'd looked it up. It looked really high end. Turned out that it was a very nice belt. You don't find them often. I probably won't ever find one again. There are so few on the market, but you just never know. So just make sure you're looking up things that look nice and feel nice whenever you're out and about. $79.68. Next item is a Tommy Bahama silk shirt. And back to the it being winter time. surprisingly, we sell a lot of Tommy Bahamas. We sell a ton of Tommy Bahamas, probably, you know, almost 1 or 2 a day. And mostly just these silk camp shirts. This one sold for $17.02. So this is on the lower side of what we usually get for Tommy Bahamas, and that's simply because it's just a solid color. If it had floral on it, or, you know, any type of geometric design, and it's 100% silk, we sometimes can typically get around, you know, the 20 to 25 range plus ship. But what I was saying is that even though it's, you know, midwinter, or about to be midwinter, people seem to still be buying these like crazy. I don't know if they're getting ready for, you know, cruises that they're going to be going on, or if they're going to, you know, Cabo or Mexico or something like that. But we still sell these really well, even though it's winter time, compared to like polos and stuff for golf. So yeah, Tommy Bahama. And the next one's an RLX polo, a little golf polo, 5300. So this is a purple and white striped RLX polo. RLX also has, I believe, gone down quite a bit in value from a year or two ago. This sold for $17.99 plus ship. We still pick them up, you know, if they're cheaper, like $5 or less, and they're, you know, have no flaws. But they don't sell as quickly as some of the other brands that are out there for golf polos, but they still do sell if you know, take good pictures and have good items. So next item is Roar. It's a button-down shirt, $68.50. So Roar is still a really good brand in my opinion. I'm sure almost everyone here has heard it. It sold for $21.33. Not as much as, you know, we typically can get for Roar. This one was more generic. It didn't have any big crosses on the back or anything, just 2 small embroideries on the shoulders. So a little bit on the lower side. Sometimes, you know, it'll fetch up to $29, $30 if you have a really cool pattern embroidery, but that one not so much. The next item, this is a really basic brand. Honestly, in my opinion, the sell-through on it is not super high. The sell-through on it market-wise is relatively low, probably 25%. Our store, I think our sell-through on it's about 50%. I think that's simply just because of our higher quality pictures and higher quality listings that we make. So we still pick it up if it's pretty cheap, more on the $4 to $5 or lower range. This one was just a blue plaid, large, tall, so better size. Sold for $16.99 plus ship. So I would advise to probably stay away from George Strait Wranglers. That was a George Strait Wrangler, not a normal Wrangler. I don't buy any normal Wranglers unless there's something special about them, but the George Strait line typically does pretty well for us. I think for the most part, not so well for a whole lot of people. So I would probably stay away from that one if you're newer to reselling, just to be on the safe side. The next one is 5357. This is a Grayson golf polo. It is purple and blue stripe, purple and navy. The Grayson's a really good brand. Try to show you the tag if you don't know it. It's a very generic tag, but their shirts, their polos have gone down probably 10 or 20% in value in the past year, but they still do really well. This one sold for $34.05. It's not like a rowback pricing, but it's up there in the golf polo world for reselling. It's probably one of the top 4, maybe 5 brands, maybe better than that, honestly. But yeah, so that one sold for $34.05 plus ship, just a generic striped polo. This next item is a really old item from whenever I first started reselling a few years ago. I no longer pick these up. Stopped picking them up over a year ago. And that is just a Peter Millar, just cotton, normal cotton, nothing else. Just button down long sleeve. This sold for only $6. It's just getting out of my store, honestly. Clean up some space, lower the price down. The cotton ones, the 100% cotton button down shirts aren't super well. I would honestly pass on all of them unless you're getting them for free. But The ones that are summer comfort or have any spandex in them, they do okay. They're not crazy good, but they do pretty mediocre. By the way, the store is set up to like mostly buy only 100% sell through items, so that's why I cut things out like this, because they just don't sell through that fast anymore. And I know at the George Strait, I said that was 50% in our store, but they're so common and they're so easy to list and they're so easy to find and they're so cheap typically that it's just worth us to just buy them and sell them quickly. So next item is Territory Ahead. This is just a normal button-down shirt. Territory Ahead, great brand. It's not as good as it used to be. Like I've said, for most of these brands, a lot of these have gotten more popular to reselling, but they're still good to buy. This one sold for a very generic one too, so really on the lower end of this brand. This one sold for $16 plus ship. Solid purple. It was a XL that fit like a large, so that doesn't help the value at all whenever you have something that fits a little smaller than the tag. But still, probably only bought this for a few bucks and sold for $16 plus ship. Next item is a Mizzen and Main pair of pants. 8104. Mizzen and Main is still a great brand. I'd say the sell-through has gone down slightly in the past year, but the pricing has not really gone down all that much. This is a pair of just like work pants, like a business casual pair of pants. They sold for $38.68 plus shipping. So great buy, great find. Mizzen and Main, great all around. Just keep buying it. The only caveat to that is the winter wear. Some of the winter wear you would think would go for more since it's higher MSRP at the retail stores, but it seems like a lot of the vests and the jackets don't go for all that much. But who knows? Maybe that will change. So next one is Adriano Goldschmied 8476. This brand, I'm going to be honest with you, I am not a genius on. There's a lot of these listed and sold AGs, but some of them are good, some of them are not. This is the graduate pants. I believe these were just honestly super cheap where I found them, so I just bought them. And even though the sell-through probably wasn't 100%, it was probably pretty close and selling for probably $20 to $25. These sold for $26.05. So I'm not a genius on AG pants, so I'm not going to talk about them. That's probably one of the 5 that I've bought and sold over the past year, and I know a lot of them can be good. I just haven't done the research on it yet to figure out those that are really good to do. So the next one is a Paul Stewart button-up shirt, 9967. Paul Stewart is a newer brand for me. Tag looks like that. They sold for $22.50, and typically they go for a little more. $22.50 plus ship. Typically they go for a little more, but that one had a lot of yellowing on the collar, so plain white, some yellowing around the collar. $22.50, can't complain with an item that has a few flaws. Next item is other side of the garage. And Paul Stewart is a 100% sell-through all across the board, I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly. So this is an item that I listed last week. I was at a thrift store across the street from my house, about 10 minutes away, and this worker came out with a rack, and there was, I believe, like 7 or 8 Viore t-shirts, and then 10 or so of these marine layer t-shirts. Just a solid blue, and on the front is, you're not gonna be able to see it, but there's just like an outline of the sun setting. So I got about 17 t-shirts between Viore and marine layer. This sold for, they were all $3. This sold for $24.86, and that is plus ship. So great little haul for that day. Love whenever someone brings out a rack and it's just filled with good stuff. So Next one is 8313. 8313. So this is just a generic blue cinch. Cinch as a market hole, sort of like the George Straits, it does not have 100% sell-through on their shirts, but for our store, for some reason, our sell-through on them is 100%. So, I believe that's just because we make higher quality listings. I'm not bragging on myself. That's just what I really think it is. We have better pictures. That first picture being, higher than most. So we have 100% sell-through on this item, so we still buy it. This sold for $16.99 plus ship. It's, we usually buy these for $5 or less, so can't complain. Again, with the simple, we aim for $10 profit on an item, so buying something for $4 to $5, sell it for $16.99, eBay fees about $2, buyer covers shipping, we make $10. So just quick and easy listings, quick and easy sales. Next one's 4694. That is a brand though. Again, I would not recommend if you're new picking up instantly, just because the market data is that they sit a little bit longer. And whenever you're starting, I believe, in my opinion, the goal should be to be trying to burn and turn inventory as fast as you can, so you can get your money back and you can grow your business. So maybe later on, you start needing to get more items listed, then you start diving into the cinches and the lower profit items with the lower sell-through rates. But there's plenty of stuff out there that's better than that item, so you just got to figure out what it is. 7745. Oh, I don't know if I showed that last item. I'll double check it. This is an Untuckit shirt. Sold for $15.58. Untuckit has gone down heavily in value and sell-through in the past year. We used to buy them, for $8 and sell them for $25 or more last year, but now they've gone down in value. So we try not to buy them for more than $4 or $5, and typically we can get around. This is really on the lower side. Typically we can get close to 20, around 22 being the top on those. This is Lucky in Love. This is a women's clothes skirt. Honestly, my wife found these at the thrift store whenever she was with me, and looked it up and it was good to go. So 100% sell-through. This sold for, it's a tennis golf skirt. This sold for $26.99 plus ship. So not a bad little find. 9911. This is a 3XLT Ralph Lauren solid white shirt. This sold for $20 plus ship. Usually they sell for quite a bit more, but this one had quite a few flaws with it, quite a few stains. So I accepted an offer for 20 whenever it was listed at 25. Sold relatively quick, sold within the month, so within 30 days. Even though it had flaws and it was white. It's the second item in the box. Sometimes you just can't be scared of white items with flaws. If it's the right size or the right brand, some people just don't care, man. I mean, a lot of people will pass that stuff in the thrift store, but the thrift store price is that cheap because it has flaws, and you make pretty good money still as long as it's, again, the right brand, the right size, the right sell-through on the item. This is another Ariat, but this one is a women's vest. Just a solid red women's vest. Sold for $33.32. Ariat, everyone knows, it has a great sell-through no matter what category you're in. Thrift stores like to price it high typically, but if you can find it cheap, then pick it up because it's gonna sell. Sorry about that, I was grabbing both these items right there. First one, another Untuckit. So it's a red plaid, large. It looks almost like a flannel, honestly. Doesn't say it in title, but. So this sold for $24.86. recently listed it probably a couple weeks ago. So great example again. You know, we sold one over here for 16, sold this one for 25. They're just all over the board sometimes, but generically, you know, we can get around 20 to 22, and so great brands still, in my opinion, but still hit or miss, honestly. So market-wise, sell-through rate is not 100%, but for our store, again, it is 100%. This is another Tommy Bahama, another generic one, just a solid navy, 100% silk, not even 100% silk, it's 70% silk, 30% cotton. This sold for $16.99 plus ship. We buy the solid ones for under $4. Easy listers, easy sellers. Next one's another one of my older items, another Peter Millar cotton shirt, 3590. So a little cotton plaid Peter Millar. This is why I say if you can get them for free, it's not a bad deal, but you never can get this stuff for free. This one sold for $11.30 plus ship, so a little, you know, double the price of the other one, but still, in my opinion, not worth the work to try and resell. The sell-through on these is really bad, probably around 10 to 20%. So I no longer pick those up. 8586. I just started picking these up about a month ago, maybe a month and a half ago, just as Charles Twites. Not high sellers, but they seem to be doing okay. I think right now it's sitting at about a 50% sell-through in our store. We'd buy them really cheap, you know, under $4, and try to get around $18.88 for them, and that seems to be working pretty decently. So just quick small flips, just bread and butter stuff. I don't know how long that's gonna last. If they're not selling well in the future, we'll definitely stop buying them, but for now they're working pretty well. I usually have a second box here, but I forgot to bring one out, so I'm just stacking this stuff up now. Just a couple more items to go. We've got a very colorful Ralph Lauren button-up shirt. This is listed 1 or 2 weeks ago. Sold for $24.86. It's just a normal size to nothing too crazy, just an XL. Colorful stuff like that does pretty well typically, so if we can get them for cheap, we take shots on them. This is another Ralph Lauren. This is a linen blend. This was also listed recently. Solid blue. It's an XL. Sold for $24.86 plus ship. I believe there is something, a flaw on this, which is why it was potentially priced lower. But yeah, the pits had a little bit of fading on them. So faded armpits, had to list it a little bit lower. Usually we list those at 30 to 35. But still sold really quickly for 25, even with the flaws underneath the pits. Last item, we're in winter. This is a pair of shorts, and shorts are not doing well right now, but they still sometimes sell. This is a pair of Aftco fishing shorts. These sold for $20 plus ship. They've been in the store for a little bit longer, maybe 4 months, maybe 5. But in the summer, we were selling these really well. They've gone off obviously a little bit because of winter. And yeah, so those are the items going out today. I believe it's 29 items, around $900. This is definitely more of a, it's almost what we do typically on a day, but sales over the Christmas was really slow this past week. But plan to start making videos, hopefully 4 days a week, Tuesday through Friday, just showing what's sold. Don't really have time to do a lot of other videos for this channel, but right now I can definitely incorporate a camera, just pulling orders and talking about what's sold. And I think it'd be very helpful too, because we sell some things that a lot of people just don't even know is good. This is not a good example, but every once in a while, you know, almost every day there's one item that most resellers just don't even know exists, and that's just because we've done a lot of research and we've been in the business for a few years now, and it's been a lot of fun. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this short video, and hopefully you guys come back. If you have any questions in the comments about systems I have, or questions about processes or listing or anything, just ask. Maybe if I find some time, I'll make a video about the questions you guys have. Anyways, give it a like, subscribe. Thanks.